Friends, I would like to welcome you all for today's webinar hosted by Offset Pinterest session. Considering it as our duty and to keep you busy sitting at home, Offset Pinterest started organizing daily webinars from 11th of April. And fortunately, today's webinar is going to the concluding one in this series. Because it is expected that from tomorrow, many of you will start working, maybe with the less or very less capacity. But please take full care of your health, keep social distance, and follow the instruction issued by the government even while working. Even at your work, follow the instruction which are the new normals issued by the government. Otherwise, there can be some problems. The present lockdown situation has made each one of us redefine our thinking. Life is certainly going to change once the lockdown period is over. And we should prepare ourselves to accept the challenges that are going to evolve over a period of time. It's not the wisest person or the strongest person, but the one who is prepared for these challenges with this time, circumstances, and space is certainly going to survive in the society. In the printing side, it is estimated that commercial printing, which is already being affected due to digitization since long, will further going to shrink post-COVID. As I was telling in many of fronts, there can be visible shift in print jobs. The printers engaged in printing of newspaper, magazine, and books, etc., may start commercial jobs. Because the circulation of the print media, which is already shrinking, is likely to suffer badly due to lack of advertisement in print. The days of business also need to fresh blood, and it's very much survival and thereby growth of the development in the marketplace. One has to innovate, and that is the only option left, especially to the micro and the small business setup. For their survival, the only mantra is survival of fittest through innovation. And I believe me, it is the only success mantra left with the small and micro printers. And one should be prepared the same post-lockdown. I may tell that real misery of these small, micro and printers will start when things will become to normal once again after the complete lockdown is over. Now it is partially they are doing from tomorrow, I know, but when it will be fully over, the real misery will start again. At the one end, he will have to keep searching new customer, new job, and on the other, it may not be practical or economical viable for him or to follow the instruction of new normals being issued by the government for running his printing unit. In these pathetic conditions, what can be the secret of success? I will not say success, I will say survival now. What can be the secret of survival for the micro and small printer of India? One is join hand, be big, and start producing at most economical cost to withstand the global competition. And the other is to print with a difference. Try to be different, try to be innovative, produce out of the box ideas, and start printing ideas. We discussed the first option, that is join hand, work together, in one of our webinar earlier. I think we are going to discuss the other one, to be different or innovative. It is not difficult. Sometimes it is possible with the machinery, raw material, and equipment already with you. Before going further, I wish to show some brief ideas and what the people in the world are doing, what type of ideas they are generating. painting on the wall. Label with LED printing. So similarly, I can show one thing more. This piece I have in my hand. It has a printed refit. It is not a plastic. You know, refit signal can be printed. So it's a refit signal. It is printed. So there can be many such things which the printer can do instead of ink on paper. In many of my lectures, I always say that ink on paper is not the printing. Today's webinar is very special and it is very close to my heart because I always say if we have 250,000 printers in India, what will happen to more than 80 or 90, 80 to 90% printers which are only micro and small printers in the coming age. Life going to be very difficult if they will not change. They will have to change themselves to be in the print line or to be in the society for their livelihoods now. People have done it before. They have proved it. Today, we have with us the printers who touch new horizon by choosing the second option, innovative one. They are producing wonders by printing. Wonders, when you will see, you will not believe. And anybody of you can do it. They have not established very big units or very big factories for this. Not the sophisticated equipment for this. They use their talent and ideas to bring on the canvas of the paper. I still remember, and I always say that our former president said, have the dreams. सपने देखो जो आपको सोने ना दे. So have the dreams in day. They people have seen those dreams, not seen, they made it practical. So today's webinar is going to be very special. They are here. I will not take much of your time. And I will like to invite our moderator, who is none other than the best printing teacher of the world. So at present, he is at Guru Jabeshwar University. He has been the chairman there before. Now he's advisor to many bodies and member of many of the associations. He has contributed several articles in international and national print journals. I wish to invite Dr. Anjan Kumar Bural for moderating today's webinar. I will keep in touch later with you. Dr. Bural, please.
Thank you, Kamalji. Very good morning to all the panelists and all the participants. And I'm thankful to OPA for organizing a series of webinars for the benefit of the printing industry, for the students and the researchers in this field. Today is a very special day in so many respects. We are having this seminar, which is very, very special in many terms. Innovation is defined as the introduction of something new or different. According to a survey conducted by McKinsey, 84% executives say that their future success is highly dependent on innovation. Innovation allows the organization to stay relevant in the competitive market and also plays an important role in economic growth. Without innovation, there is not anything new. Without anything new, there will be no progress. And if the organization is not making any progress, simply it cannot stay relevant in the competitive marketplace. Innovation is the core reason for modern existence. The small and medium enterprise, that is the SME segment, which represents over 95% of the total industrial units in the country, employing more than 40% of India's workforce, delivers 45% of the total Indian manufacturing output and 40% of its total exports. The same is equally true for the Indian printing and packaging industry. Innovation helps you to gain more customers and grab a bigger share of the market. Today, we have with us very highly successful innovators in the field of printing. They are the masters and they will be sharing their own experience, expertise, thoughts after long years, how they achieved the point that is very important. Moving forward, our very first speaker, Sri Jacob George. Jacob is a commerce graduate and has been in the printing and publishing business since 1995. Though he entered his destined activity of publishing by accident, he finds it as one of the most exciting business to be in the and believes it to be a natural progression to his existing business of printing. Today, he is involved not only in printing and publishing but also organizes conferences and seminars in association with various um, associations across the country. He is a firm believer in the fact that there is nothing beyond destiny.
The subject that I'm talking about is innovation for this key for survival in the post-lockdown era. Post-lockdown, as far as it is concerned, we are talking about the COVID situation. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody and everybody's family around is happy, safe in this very difficult times. COVID-19, that's the key word nowadays. And yes, it is really the key word, and it is going to stay with us for a long while. And it is also going to change our lives. Indeed, it's going to change our lives. We got to see how. Did you know that World Bank and Goldman Sachs has put the world growth rate at a negative 3.5%? But at the same period, for the same period, India, they have put at plus 1.5. There is some ray of hope for us. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund has referred COVID-19 as the depression, after the Great Depression of 1930s. I'm just trying to concentrate on the very depth of the situation as far as COVID is concerned. Did you realize that many travel and hospitality industry players are going to be decimated? Many jobs are going to be lost. Small businesses in India are always cash starved. By that I mean, to run the business for a month without any income may be a possibility, but then when it goes to the next month and the next another, it becomes next to impossible. Huge uncertainties of when the lockdown will be opened. By my saying this, I don't mean to say that we need to open it all of a sudden. We can't. We need to have the lockdown, but the uncertainty persists. Today morning, going through the newspapers, it was reported that Warren Buffett, the owner of Berkshire Hathaway, reported the first quarter loss of $50 billion US. Yes, life is more important than livelihood. But when life in itself is endangered due to lack of income, then what? What do we do in such circumstances? But then there is a silver lining to each dark cloud, and every challenge brings in opportunities. What are the challenges? That's something to be looked into. What I could see is the manpower scarcity in small and medium and large presses, printing presses, due to the labor going back home and staying back at home in their states. For example, in our state of Punjab, all the laborers have gone back to UP and Bihar. For them to come back would be an issue which our printers will face. I was talking about the travel and hospitality and the airlines industry, which will face a huge backlash because of the current situation, which means the printers who are catering to the needs of those will have to find new customers. Finding a customer and then retaining him, everybody knows, is a big challenge. The new curbs and rules that have been enforced upon the customer, on the printer, in order to run in these days of COVID is another point which has to be looked into. The availability of raw materials, just because of the fact that the transportation has all been disturbed due to COVID, is another point which all our printers will have to look into, will have to face the challenge. But now, challenges will always be there. And in the new scenario, we have to find out the solutions to the challenges. Let us become good listeners. Well, that we have heard many times before. COVID, no COVID, we have to be good listeners. Yes, once again, we still need to be good listeners. We need to listen to the problems of our customers, try to adjust to what we can in the best possible way. Yes, we need to be bold to reassess our branding and our business. We got to change it according to the situation which prevails in the coming months and bi-yearly. Challenges of communication, as today we are doing through Zoom, you might need to get in touch with your customers in the same exact way. We may not be able to travel as frequently as we used to before. Digitization and automation is another field which we need to deeply look into, which we have by choice avoided. Digitization will need to be done. Today, if you look in the last 20 to 25 days, all of us who were not able to get the newspapers were online. We almost always like the touch of paper in the morning with a cup of coffee or tea. Couldn't, but still we had to get on with the digitization, automation, with labor not coming in, non-availability of laborers, lack of availability of laborers. Automation to karna hi padega. There is no choice. Now, we have heard about global, local in the earlier days. Those days seems to be not available anymore. The customers themselves will be looking at local procurement so that the transportation, the traveling could be avoided. Disruptive innovation. The whole conference is about, the seminar is about innovation. So I tried to see how a disruptive innovation help us in this scenario. By disruptive innovation, I mean, we need to disrupt, we need to innovate. For example, tech-based, what I mean is technology-based innovation, like acquiring a 3D printing device to cater to the 3D printing, or UV technology, or digital technology. All of them are technology-based innovations, which are very good. But then we got to look into the ROI. We got to look into the feasibility of the project in order to implement it. So that were the technology-based examples. But there are many other opportunities which are innovative. For example, during this COVID, cosmetic companies which used to manufacture cosmetics were manufactured hand wash. Automobile companies started manufacturing ventilators. Hotels and hostels which were closed were converted to quarantine centers. So these are the innovations that I call disruptive innovation. How do we overcome the challenges? Now, after the disruptive innovation, what came into my mind is, in order to overcome the troubles that we will feel and find and have to get over with, is during the COVID will be not to be a solo operator. We need to collaborate. Like, for example, yesterday somebody was talking about in Gujarat, printers have started to accumulate together the pre-press, press and post-press and segregate the work and still be together. This makes a lot of sense in the prevailing situation. Industries that we can explore. See, travel, hospitality and airline will be in the decline. So we got to find new areas of operation for the printers. Textile, pharma, minerals, agri, e-commerce, automobile, chemicals and financials are the points where we need to concentrate on. I know many of the innovators who will be speaking to you will give you many ideas of catering to the industry that I'm talking about. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you.
He has well said and indicated that India's growth rate is going to be positive. That's a silver, and also emphasize be bold, good listener, communication important, then digitalization and automation more local, and finally disruptive innovation. Thanks, Jacob, for giving such a beautiful starting of our seminar. So nice, so nice. He is a printing diploma holder and has array of experiences and expertise in this field. He is always with his continuous research and development efforts to introduce both unique and new technology at par with the global excellence. Now, I request Dr. E. Chittibabu to share his views. Over to Chittibabu.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Actually, I'm Chitti Babu from Tamil Nadu, IANS Innovation Proprietor. Now, I show you some of our video. Our product mainly is a lenticular. We doing lenticular past 15 years. In this lockdown, we are mostly struggle. Actually, after comeback this years, this is actually expensive product. Maybe I can try the promotion for personalized. Move to the personalized work. We actually this one used for in now packaging industry. It's very useful for this lenticular technology because this one you can make the new. Actually, the after the COVID, the competition is more to sell the product. Without attraction, you never sell the product because this lenticular you can put the packaging box. You can see the attraction, animation, and videos, animation, flip image, morphing image. You can, from, for example, if mango from juice, to convert the morphing mango to juice, it's animated. You can print in your packaging box. It's very attractive to point of sale purpose. And also in future, for example, the airport and other railway station, the advertisement, the area is very expensive. You know, the airport is very expensive. For per month, it comes 1 lakh rupees for 2 feet by 3 feet, the advertising space. At that time, you can promote this lenticular for 3 or more customers advertisement together in one printing. You can see the one view for one advertisement, another center one advertisement, and the side view another advertisement. You can cover 3 advertisements in one area for the same cost of 1 lakh rupees rental. So we earn more money for single. After that, actually, I show you some products. This one is actually our product, lenticular wedding cards. And this is actually the crystal UV. The top side is the seat, and this one. This is our 3D wedding cards, like this. This is a 3D lenticular. Actually, each and every gods come out like these wedding cards. And another one, this is another dog. This is actually see, this 50th anniversary. 50th anniversary. So the first time, the first marriage photo and nowadays photo. Yeah. So like that, can make like this. This, and as well as another one is this is morphing. See, father and son. This one can make personalized printing also nowadays using of inkjet printer and our Lentrix software. So our software is simple, friendly user software. Is a Lentrix, is our own brand software. You can take 2 photos, father and son, to make it morphing in separate software. So after that morphing effect, convert into the frames. Each and every frame, step by step frames, from nose to nose, eye to eye, mouth to mouth, like that. After that, interlace into our software, then printout is normal print, inkjet printing, Epson L8180, like that printing. After that, we have the special lenticular sheet to adjust the printed paper and laminate together with a self-adhesive lamination. So after that, you get this effect. It's a very simple thing. You can make it yourself also. This is promotional work. Actually, I promote this to all studios. From nowadays, we are using our WhatsApp group, broadcasting group. I send these samples, videos to all my customers. After that, via online order, I make it same day. I make it product and dispatch same day, sir. To tomorrow, you can get it anywhere in India. So like that, we promote this kind of thing. After that, I show you, this is also the VIP invitation for one live concert. See, there is 2 images. You can not copy this duplicate. No need a hologram, no need barcode. Just you keep this lenticular in this front of invitation. So this is a VIP MIP card. So like this. After that, this is a one audio launch invitation. This is Linga Rajini movie. This one offset printing, conventional offset printing only. So just you make it 2 images in our software. After interlacing, you can take the plates in CTP in special technology using the dots. There is the most important, the dot with normal conventional dot, it affects the lenticular together. It create moire effect. So we using special technology to create the dots in image setter CTP. Then printing is a conventional printing, normal printing. After that printing, we use the lenticular sheet to laminate in UV laminating technology. This is a very cheapest method because lenticular nowadays printing in high volume in UV, direct UV offset only, but same effect I can get it conventional printing offset and convert into with additionally UV lamination. You can get it this lenticular with 500 copies, 1000 copies. It's also possible. So after that, this is also one poster marking Dragula. And this is a standee poster. So like this is our product. Actually, we are offering software training and small scale desktop printer software also available. I can guide you whatever the need a lenticular technology, because I am more than 5 years R&D. After that, I get that this technology in a perfect way. So nowadays in India, manufacturing lenticular sheet also in Ahmedabad. So most probably actually large format lenticular sheet also coming year it will be manufacturing in India also. So now the lenticular world cheapest lenticular we do in India in coming years. So this is our thing. Anything else you can ask? Anything questions, please?
So Chaitya Babu, I would like to ask some questions. As first of all, you please give your contact detail at the chat box. People are asking for that. That's a different thing. I may tell the attendees that we have not invited them to sell the product or anything. We have invited them to give you ideas so that you can do it at your home. People are asking the price of the sheet. He is not selling the sheet. He is selling the idea. He is telling the idea. So why in problem, if you are not getting the job for book printing, visiting card printing, or invitation printing, start doing like this. And you can sell this sheet for any price. So Chaitya Babu, the thing, first thing is which printing method is required to print it first?
Actually, for personalized printing, you go for inkjet printing, flatbed UV printer, and Epson printer, HP printer. This is a personalized printing. Single piece.
But what I understand that using a special software, we can print it with any method. We can print with offset also.
Printing after. Yes, after our software interlacing, it's come out a TIFF file, TIFF image.
Yes, yes.
You can after that printing any machine,
Animation.
but need perfect registration.
Yeah, definitely. Perfect registration is the motto of the printer. So every printer
Yes,
is perfect. So you
yes,
can print with, there is a software which he can supply the software also, give you training for the
yes,
software also.
yeah,
And that with the software, you will create the image, and that
yeah,
image you will print with your any printing method. And over that
yes,
print, you have to apply a prism, which they supply, they will also supply. They are going to start it manufacturing, and they will be supplying at the cheapest rate in the world. It is a two thing, that that image and that lenticular film, it is to be pasted together so that these type of effects can
yes,
be created.
yeah,
Am I right, Chatya Babu?
yes, yes, yes,
So if anybody was, yeah, customization is also possible. Everything is possible.
yes.
Customization, as per customization, you have to make so many
Actually,
specialties of software. Specialty is the software, and
software.
the film they will supply, but film is common. But on
Yeah,
POS,
lenticular sheet. That is called a lenticular sheet.
yeah,
Now available in Mumbai, all anywhere in that signage
yeah,
industry
you're right.
supplier,
Yeah.
as well as now this is manufacturing from China and imported from India here. Nowadays, we start here India. So many industries start this lenticular sheet also manufacturing right now.
Yes, yes. And
So yeah.
what I wanted to tell, that the printing is in the software. The lenticular sheet is same.
Lenticular sheeted, so many varieties available, different pictures, different method. For example, a flip image, two images changing, no, that's a wide angle lenticular sheet. That is the lenticular should be wide angle,
Okay.
and 3D should be need a narrow angle lenticular sheet. So the lenticular sheet, it comes 1 inch. Lenticular means lenticular per inch. So 1 inch, it's 100 line means it's come out like this. This is 100 LPI.
Okay.
This 1 inch 100 lenticles. And for example, this one is 40 LPI. Is 1
Okay.
inch 40 lines.
Okay.
Some other the big size 4 feet by 8 feet 10 LPI.
So
1 inch 10 lines.
as per the different style of film,
Yes,
the different type of
size
printing, where do you different type of films?
lenticular sheet.
Yeah, what type
For
of
label
effect we want to
now,
give? What type of effect
sorry.
we want to give? What type of
Yes,
effect
yes.
we want to give? That type of lenticular is need to be purchased.
Yes, yes, yes. And also now nowadays the beer label and perfume box comes lenticular effect
Yeah.
in yeah, unique products. And now liquor box also comes lenticular
Yes, yes. Very same.
lenticular packaging.
Great.
And now Australia currency also, it's a lenticular.
Yes. Okay. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So thanks, Cheti Babu. And people are asking cost of the software. I think you can tell them privately. You can give
Yes,
your
yes.
email ID. If
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
wish to know the detail, they can directly contact him.
Yeah,
Over to
yeah.
Dr. Bral, please.
Yeah, thank you, Chitti Babu, for
Yes.
giving such a beautiful, innovative ideas. The lenticular printing and world's cheapest lenticular printing in India, and that too all types of LPIs for the lenticular sheets. That's a very good ignition to the people in this field. Moving forward, our next speaker, Kuldeep Goel. At the age of 14, with his sheer passion towards design, he started his career as a screen printer way back in 1977. Over the period of time, labels and packaging were subsequently added to his portfolio. In 2004, he received prestigious World Innovation Award as the first Indian company to receive such a award. Uh, 9 World Label Awards, 10 FESPA Awards, 8 Print Week Label Awards, and above 100 international and national awards to his credit. Innovation of natural fill and label lies on the tagline ahead through innovation. Now I would like to request Kuldeep Goel to share his experience, his expertise, and innovative thoughts to us. Over to Kuldeep.
Good morning, everyone. This is true. The topic of today is uh, innovation is key to success. As per my opinion, this is true, and more to me, it is key to satisfaction. This time is going to be very, very difficult for printing industry. So it is going to be key to survival. Before I start showing my few samples, I would like to share my ideas related to this printing industry. As a printer, we should be proud of what we are doing. Actually, can you imagine a box of Horlicks? The metal inside is so one is able to recognize with the brand Horlicks without we do the packaging, we do the printing, we do the sleeves inside. We are brand creator. We should be proud of that we are brand creator. We give name to brands. So when we proud our product, we should be ready to do a lot of innovations because we are creative. We are related to creative industry, and that is in blood of any graphics, how we work. I would like to share a journey of any graphics, how we are able to reach at this point. Innovation does not come from mind itself. It requires the combination of heart. If we join our heart, innovation comes to heart and mind gives it the way to develop it. I'd like to share a few samples for that. But before I'll share a few ideas. In 1976, when I started making labels, the procedure was screen printing. Adhesive was being done by screen coatings. There was two types of adhesives, KPS and PSV. People were asking more and more tag. So one innovation came in my mind, how to increase it without doing double or triple coat. At that time, an idea came in my mind that I should develop some dot or some patterns. एक adhesive का single layer कर उसके ऊपर I created some pattern. तो कुछ area में adhesive का coating double हुआ, and it enhanced the bonding by anything. So I became famous because of that innovation. It was a very, very small innovation, but really it gave me the name, and of course I was able to sell more. I'll share a small story of 1995. हम सब लोगों को मालूम है कि उस वक्त वीडियो कैसेट्स एक सॉलिड पैक में आती थी. उस पैक को रखना, स्पाई करना, डिलीवर करना वाज बिग चैलेंज. 5000 पैक्स के साथ पूरा ट्रक भर जाता था. At the time, we innovated an idea. We created collapsible video cassette box. कट स्क्रीन प्रिंटिंग से उस बॉक्स को बनाया, कट किया और उसके फ्लैप्स के ऊपर we did adhesive coating with release liner. कस्टमर उसको अपने एंड पर ग्लिच पेपर निकालता था और पेस्ट करता था. And Business Today, the business magazine, gave its cover of 2-page story, the success story of that video cassette flaps. I'll share idea of 2000. 2000 में every label printer or printer were struggling with the vignettes, the smoothness of vignette, the high resolution of doors. हर एक के पास एक ही टूल था, प्राइस, विग्नेट, स्मूथनेस. लेकिन विग्नेट्स तब नजर आती है जब हाथ पे हम लोग पैक उठाते हैं. उसके लिए 1 फीट का गैप होता है. तो वी थॉट सम आइडियाज कि सब 2 फीट की दूरी से या 3 फीट की दूरी से शेल्फ में कोई आदमी प्रोडक्ट को क्यों उठाए, उसको वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए अट्रैक्शन पैदा क्या हो, सेल्फ अट्रैक्शन क्या बने. Then we bring out the natural feel. Natural feel, I would like to share that sample about natural feel, if I am able to show you that sample. Are you able to see this natural feel? This is a lion label. When we create it, you can feel every hair of lion, every texture of lion. It was self-created, not designed. So when we produce this sample, it gives you live look. आपको दूर से पैक के ऊपर टच करने का मन करता है, तो शायद से इस इनोवेशन का बेनिफिट क्या हुआ? We enhanced our sale by 30%, and it was awarded national award, and finally we were happy to get that World Innovation Award that was the first to India. तो हिंदुस्तान के लिए पहला अवार्ड लाने के लिए जो खुशी मिली वो फाइनेंशियल टर्म से शायद बेटर महसूस हुई। 2010 Anygraphics was setting up a plant for packaging unit. We were into labels before. ऑफसेट लगाई थी। उस वक्त जब ऑफसेट की नॉलेज नहीं थी, उस वक्त में एक यूवी ऑफसेट लगाना वाज ए बिग रिस्की जॉब। फिर भी टुक इट, लगा कुछ अलग करना है, मार्केट के ट्रेंड से थोड़ा अलग करना है। वो ऑफसेट इंस्टॉल हो ही रही थी, तो जीएसके ने अप्रोच किया हॉर्लिक्स के कार्टन के लिए, और उस कार्टन में दे वांटेड लेंस। उन्होंने कहा आर यू एबल टू डू लेंस? तो हम लोगों का रिप्लाई था अभी हम पैकेजिंग में नए आ रहे हैं, लेकिन लेंस कर पाएंगे। वी वर थिंकिंग अबाउट दैट प्रोसेस बिफोर। चैलेंज था, उनको समझाने में टाइम लगा, यस वी कैन डू इट। तो पहली बात ऑफसेट हमारे लिए नया था, दूसरा लेंस को करना था। वी टुक वेरी हार्ड टाइम, दिन रात उसके ऊपर हमने काम किया। वी इनोवेटेड सम प्रोसेस, वी इनोवेटेड सम सेंसर मार्क, वी इनोवेटेड सम ग्राफिकल डिजाइन ऑन दैट, कि करंट सेटअप के साथ जो बहुत लोग नहीं कर पा रहे हैं उसको कैसे करें। Then we created some ideas. We converted into ideas, and that came out with a very big success. That went very good in the first go. Asia Star, India Star और दोनों अवार्ड से उसको नवाजा गया। अभी रिसेंटली की मैं आपको कुछ डेवलपमेंट शेयर करूंगा, उससे पहले मैं आपको लेंस का एक पैकिंग दिखाता हूं। I think you can feel this packing. This is standing out. It is giving a three-dimensional look on a carton. We developed same on the labels also. Recently, we developed labels in label. I'll share the few sample of that. I'll share you. This is cut window label. जो लेबल इंडस्ट्री के लोग हैं उनको मालूम है कि अंदर से कट कट करके उसका मैट्रिक्स निकालना almost impossible by machine itself. But we developed a process on our current machine how to review non-intact wastage online. This is again first time ever in the world. इसके साथ these days green is very famous. Everybody is thinking about green. So we developed a film like smooth coating which looks like lamination. I'll show you the sample. You can see a sheen on this label. It is a paper label with gloss coating on top. It looks like lamination. No one can differentiate between lamination and this gloss coating. It is giving gloss value of 88 to 89 against 90 to 91 lamination. It can resist water up to 6 hours. We tried this way. We made a cone of this label and we pour water inside. There was no seepage up to 6 hours. It was our thought process about innovation for a green revolution. Finally, this is the label we developed recently. This is giving holographic effect. This is not hologram. How we are using hologram these days? We have to paste hologram label on top of any product. And secondly, we can paste a strip on bottom of our labels. This is a normal process what we are using these days. होलोग्राम का एक डिसएडवांटेज क्या रहता है कि अगर मैं उसको स्ट्रिप के रूप में पेस्टेड करता हूं तो बहुत बारीक लेटर्स में उसका रैंडम कट रहता है. बट इन दिस प्रोसेस वी डेवलप्ड, वी कैन डायरेक्टली प्रिंट ऑनटू बॉक्सेस, वी कैन डायरेक्टली प्रिंट ऑनटू लेबल्स, एंड इट इज परफेक्टली रजिस्टर्ड. यू विल फाइंड, यू कैन सी द Samsung is perfectly registered in the center of the label. We can merge this with the printing. It can come on anywhere in the box. So this is the recent development, and this may work very well with the counterfeiting programs because it can be part of any type of printing on the box, on the labels. So my dear friends, my motto is to tell you that to survive, if it is just 10% of your turnover, the innovation is 10%. You can get business of 30% more. because of this innovation of 10% to your business. By addition to innovation to your product is going to enhance like anything. And future is like that. The innovation is going to key of your survival, the key of your success.
Kuldeep, can you tell me, do we need some special machinery to print this type of label, or we can print with any machine?
Which label you are asking about? The natural field?
Yeah, no, you have shown some labels which are some leaf printing was there, foil stamping was there, and some hologram was there. For that type of labels, do you need some special kind of machine?
Yes, you have to convert something in your machine and you have to buy some special machine.
Okay.
But if you say about the cut labels, which I shown you window cut labels and labels in label, you can do it on your machine itself. It is a new innovation. How to remove wastes, that's the main thing. So removing the non-intact matrix is a challenge, and it is possible to do on your machine. We did it in-house. We changed something on machine. It's a normal machine everybody is using.
Normal, you mean label printing machine or offset machine?
Label printing machine.
Label printing machine.
Yeah.
So that means for printing such label, we need a label printing machine. And
Yes, yes.
some innovation we can do like that.
Yes, yes.
And those special software is required only tail end.
No special software. It is just we have to do some experiment with how to remove non-intact matrix. Yeah. It's a normal label machine, but we have to do some experiment.
Second thing, do we need some special inks for that?
No, it is not special ink.
Okay. With the normal inks, we can do it.
Yes.
Thank you, Kuldeep. Over to Brasov.
Yeah, Kuldeep ji, thank you for giving that labels in label. That's a very new concept, idea, and innovation. Thank you. In 2006, he visited London to explore culture and understanding international art and learned about international business at the age of 19. In 2009, he started Marvel Graphic Studio and introduced the concept of affordable art in India. He was conferred with Rashtriya Ratna Udyog Award, Emerging Entrepreneur Award in 2012. He was chosen for the cover page of Screen Text magazine in 2018. So many awards and so many functions and so many things he has organized and has been appreciated by his own unique, innovative work. Now, I request Chaitya Dhanvi Saha to explain and express his ideas and thoughts to us. Over to Chaitya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Barul, for giving me this opportunity, and Professor Kamal, sir, for organizing this wonderful webinar. This is the need of the hour right now. And namaste to all the attendees. We started Marvel Graphic Studio, now known as DRS Arts Company, in 2009. And we had a similar situation in 2008 with the global recession. So this is how the idea of serigraphy, silk screen prints came at the time of adversity. From 2004 to 2007, Indian art market was booming. All the paintings, all the artists were pricing, and the price were in lakhs. Suddenly in 2008, the market saw crash, and top of the collectors, investors lost money, and their faith in the art market went down. We understood that the top collectors not investing in art and not buying art, not collecting art, will be a huge downside to the business. With that, we started to think and innovate that how we can make Indian art reach to the masses, reach to most of the people in India and abroad. The idea was to make it affordable, but not in a way that it reduces or diminishes the value of art. So we went to the artists and asked them, we requested them to be a part of our innovation project. The idea was to produce a high quality silk screen print, which will not only be of value, of high value in a longer term, but will also enhance the lifestyle of people with Indian art and culture attached to it. So we created a blue ocean, and we didn't want it to compete on the price. We wanted to compete on quality. Our quality should be of global standards so that whenever our screen print and art together goes out to the world, it matches to the global standards. Of lately, with sending our entries to awards in FESPA, in Amsterdam, in Germany, we have realized that our screen prints are way above the quality of international standards. We don't use any special machine, but yes, we do have a lot of passion and love for serigraph, skill screen, and the passion to share and expand Indian art to a larger audience. Uh, we have this process of manually printing each and every serigraph. I mean, our range is it starts from say 125 editions to 500 editions. It takes us 2 to 3 months to produce that. But our 18th edition and 108th edition is very much similar, and that is the precision we take care of by registration, colors, and the smallest element that can be taken care of. We disrupted this idea that art is not only for the richest, but art is for all. And that is where the screen print came into the use. I would like to show the process video of how we do this serigraph. I mean, what kind of things we take care of while doing this screen printing process.
Are the two words that one can imagine of while looking at this work. However, the interesting part is all the events happening in one frame have their own significance. The artist has depicted Vishwaroop, various avatars of Lord Vishnu. We have tried to achieve the same narrative in serigraphy by treating it uniquely. The large part of the background is created by using layer upon layer technique. This effect helped us creating the necessary texture and transparency in the work. This looks very interesting, but the threat was if one or two layers become darker, then to go back and control it to the lighter color simply meant recreating the work from scratch. One can see the brushstrokes in the background and the transparent red and yellow too. The detailing is evident in blue with tonal values of reds, yellows and greens. Wherever the work demanded, we have acted accordingly. Our approach to color application has been organic. We have used flat colors, printed knife and brushstrokes effects, and diluted colors and tones where required. I think the understanding of what each layer and inch of the work demanded proved to be the backbone of this work. Even with so many elements and colors, we are proud to say that this serigraph is sharp, clean and clear in terms of registration. It is interesting to observe that no part in this serigraph is without layers. No color is applied directly even where there are flat colors like the green and blue borders have two colors used in the background. The fine detail lines are remarkable. Nevertheless, the USP of this work is its transparent strokes and innovative technique of crimple and peel-off effect in the deity's body along with the watercolor effect. It is very difficult to do such effects, and that too many at one time on a flat surface. With the help of detailed research, understanding about the work, and the right kind of technical approach, we are fortunate to have finished this challenging and gorgeous edition. We are thrilled to create this artwork, which is not only unique but sets the benchmark in every approach of screen printing.
So as you saw, this particular print, we have used almost 120 odd screens, and there are several layers. And I mean, so what we do is like, even if there is a blue, we have 5 tones of blue, 5 shades of green. So that is the detail which we take care of. So right now, there is not any continent or major countries that doesn't have our print that is made in India. And this is all possible with the help of simple screen printing process. This not only stops here, I mean, it is also for the investment purpose. Also, a lot of top collectors in India and globally, they invest in this screen print prints. And I just would like to give a simple example of a portfolio by an eminent artist called Hapusha. We produced it in 2010, and we started selling the set of 10 prints for 1,800 rupees. And in 2020, that is right now, we are selling it for 23,000. So that is the growth which can be achieved in a simple screen print process, but with a technical expertise which my father possesses, and mostly his love and passion for the serigraphy. What we take care of is the quality product. What we see is that the growth of the artist should be there. The legacy for the collector should be there, that he can pass down this artwork, this print product to his next generation. I mean, that should be the quality which we aim for, and profit for all. This screen printing process or the serigraphy has a lot of future and a lot of opportunity. I mean, technically, innovation, there's a lot to be done, and lot of untouched market are yet to be explored. In 2005, MF Hussain serigraph was sold at 20,000, 50,000 rupees. Currently, the same product, the same artwork is sold for 3 lakh rupees. The original artwork is for somewhere around in the range of 2 to 5 crores. I would like to show one example which we did for an artist called Gogi Sarojpal. She had sold her artworks to Amitabh Bachchan, and we sought her permission to reproduce those serigraphs in the form of serigraphs. And this is the one of the work which we did for her. So these are the entire collection of Gogi Sarojpalji in Shri Bachchan's residence, and we created the serigraph in a limited edition of 125 with her, from taking her permission. So I would end this my session by telling that we are not only promoting Indian art and culture, but at the same point of time through screen printing. I mean, I would like to add that through screen printing we are reaching to the masses. Who, I mean, our serigraphs are in collection of the British Museum, St. Bride's Foundation in London, and has made us, the Indian art community and the printing community, proud. And it has all happened because of the screen printing process. So I would like to end this by saying that we are creating asset for generations with the help of screen printing. That is the innovation we achieve. Thank you.
Chitra, let it be very clear that because most of the people are not sure what you are doing.
Yes.
They are, I feeling that they are looking a bit confused. What they are doing, their way of business is somewhat different. They are purchasing the rights of the painting of some famous painter. Then they print that painting with screen printing, the ordinary screen printing process. And with that process, similar painting is made, which looks like, absolutely looks like the original painting.
So this is the work by MF Hussain.
Okay.
And this is the work which is in the collection of Amitabh Bachchan's residence.
So, this one with the permission from MF Hussain, and so that is the way why we called him here. You can, sitting at the home even, you can do screen printing, you can produce such thing. The only thing is required intelligence and patience. Why patience? I tell you, to print one painting, it takes some time, 2 months or more than that even.
Yes, sir.
Because every color is to print fresh. They have to make not 4 or 5 screens, sometimes 200 screens. When I visited them, I think 5 years back, there was printing a painting with 250 screens. So Chaitya, do you need some special software for that?
No, sir. So we don't have any machine, any software. The only machine which we have is our watch and the radio which we have in our studio. That's it.
And who is making the screens for you? Are you making the screen yourself?
Yes, everything is in-house. And
You are the separation. How do you do the separation for this screen printing? You know, when you were to make 100 screen for one original. So how the color separation is done? How the different screens are made?
100 screens and 100 separations.
Is it manually or by photography? All manually.
All manually, sir.
You do it, that is the precision. That is the mind.
Yes, sir.
So friends, you have seen that how they are doing the wonders. Really, it's a wonder. With the same screen printing machine which you have, even the smallest one, if not a big painting, you can produce a small painting, and you can definitely avoid that competition which is going to happen when this post-local, as Jacob told in his speech, post-local, you may have faced too many of problems because of the acute competition, because printing work, as we have seen, is shrinking. So the big printer will catch the big work. What you will do, you can produce this thing which they can't do. So that's why we, Chaitya, thank you. That's why we called him. Over to Dr. Bral, please.
Chaitya has rightly pointed out few things like artist for all, then serigraphy principle and how it works. Then growth can be achieved using simple machines and techniques, profit for all, then future of the screen printing, then exploring untouched market segment. That's a very good thing and nice to hearing you. Now it is over to Kamal sir to move further. Kamal sir.
Chichi Babu, what is the cost of a A4 sheet while doing this lenticulars?
Yeah, per square inch, 10 rupees.
10 rupee per square inch.
Yes, yes, personalized.
Personalized. Okay.
Yes.
And there is one more name of the software. They say, what is the name of the software which you use?
Yeah, Lentrix.
Lentils, but it was manufactured, it was prepared by you.
Yes, yes.
If customization is possible, can digital print be used?
Yes.
Printing can also be done here.
Yeah, digital print.
With that, we have to print with that software with the digital printing.
Yes.
So that is also possible. Another question is, what is the size of the sheet currently available? Sheet, I think they mean by that your lenticular sheet, I think so. What is the size of the sheet currently available?
4 feet by 8 feet maximum size. Minimum size 20 by 28 inches. 8 by 10 also available. 8 inches by 10 inches also available.
Let's go to the person who is. We have Deepak Mehta. Mr. Deepak Mehta.
Good afternoon, Kamalji. Yeah. So, how does the printer involve themselves in innovation? We need to discuss on that matter because a lot of people don't know how to start the innovation. The point is there. The word is very simple, but how do we start the innovation is the point. As the panel, there are a lot of panelists who are doing innovative work, but we need to see how we can start the innovation, change, differentiate, and implement idea. Because all of our printers are very small printers. They don't have the R&D facilities like the big giant. And with this COVID-19 situation, people will again start to think that how can we reinvest. So I have some points with some small printers who can start the process of innovation. And that discussion should go on with the panelists also. How they started doing innovation. So my point are there and people can add on that. Start innovation with small things. Keep target of innovation things that I just wanted to change my product. So I want to change my 10 products or 5 products in this year. Keep some budget. Innovation is not only that we are going to invent some a rocket. Innovation can be as simple as Kuldeep ji said, lamination, inks, packaging, designing, differently designed, adding some features in packaging. These are small innovation. Once you start doing these small innovation, the big innovation will be seen by you. So those, the small printer, they can take some target that in this year I will innovate 2 new product or 3 new product, and they need to do some budget for that, because whosoever panelists are there, whenever they innovate something, they need to invest in that. So that investment should be there with printer pocket, because sometimes you innovate 10 product, one will be successful, two will be successful. So it's a ingoing process. So printer has to adopt that process, and only they can innovate or make a change in the product. That the point is that now in COVID-19 situation,
Yeah.
we people have seen in India also, people have innovated ventilator. One Gurgaon company innovated ventilator. One DRDO invented ventilator. With one ventilator, we can give oxygen to 2 patients. Lot of bag making companies who are doing non-woven bags, they have started making masks. So that is the power of innovation. One has to understand. But you need to have ideas. The printer has to keep their ideas in a box and one by one start innovating on those ideas. We need to create a process of innovation. Without that process, we cannot innovate. Like Kuldeep ji said, they kept a target for packaging. And once they entered into packaging line, so they decided now we need to do something in packaging. So that idea was there, and the chance has come to get the Horlick job done by them. So my point is there, we should take ideas from the panelists and see what the process can be adopted by a small printer. And once the small printer will keep a target for innovation, for change, they will definitely be successful in their venture. That is what I want to add the point here. And the point is that at the moment we are only print service provider. Suppose we started with the idea that we will do designing also. So we are design printing provider also. And same way, if you add your some, now new millennium generation is coming, you want to add your son, your daughter into the business. They have done MBAs or some diploma course in management. So why not the printer can be a MSP, marketing service provider. So these all ideas you have to jot down. A small printer had to jot down these all ideas, and then once they jot down the ideas and the change, the innovation they want to do in their product, start implementing with budget. Without budgeting, without keeping a target, you cannot change. Implementation is going to be a difficult thing. So that is what I complete my talk with that. And I will open this question answer to panelists to guide them to the printing industry, how they can start innovation, change, differentiation. And if all these things a small printer will do, definitely he will be able to charge more money from their client. That is the only point. If you charge more money, your profit will increase more and you can invest more. Thank you very much.
Chete want to say something. Chete started with a small screen printing. So
to answer the question of how should we innovate, I think innovation in simple words is like to solve a problem which not others can see, but we foresee, and to solve it. I mean, that's innovation. And mainly, I mean, talking about to the budget point, I think it is all personal, and it all depends on the guts and conviction that you have as a printer, and the kind of opportunity you look at in the future. That if I feel that this is the thing and this is the next thing, I'll invest 50% of my revenue in innovation. If I don't think that this is going to be that huge, or maybe 10 to 15%, but I think solving a problem which others don't see, or which is right now in the market, and just to solve it, is somewhere nearer to innovation.
Thank you, Jadya. I know we have so many corroborators. Why the person like him thought this idea? Why not others?
हा सेंटर पीस आहे हा घे बरोबर आहे बोल जरा जवळ घे नमस्कार जरा कमी तर जाऊ
This type of innovation can be there. Innovation is an idea, and my word use करूँगा जुनून है. They have a junoon. Chitya and other people have a junoon to do something different. Chitti Babu has a junoon. They wanted to do different what market is not doing. So that is innovation. Nitin bhai want. Okay, Chitya.
Yeah, actually, I saw the same type of boxes somebody doing in Mumbai. They're doing the funeral box in the packaging. Funeral box.
These are the ideas. And Nitin bhai want to say, our Nitin bhai is our president. Sorry, he is the president of Bombay Master Printer Association. He want to say something. Nitin bhai.
Yeah, Kamalji. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dr. Brar, and good afternoon to all the panelists. I have heard a lot of innovation is happening in our country. Very good thing what everybody is doing. But I would like to say something. Innovation is converting your thoughts into the physical. You should have some good ideas. You should have a will to do it, and little bit support of your own pre-press. If you have a good pre-press, definitely you can do the innovations. We are being a major pharma printers. We do a lot of overt and covert features. I can't disclose much of the features over here, but we do a lot of overt feature and covert feature. And most of the time for the brands to protect, we do a lot of features, create the features. We have corrugation setup also. Now, many companies want rigid boxes. Rigid boxes, to have a setup, it's a very big, large cost involvement. And the buyer of the rigid boxes has to be nearby you, because logistic is very expensive for the rigid boxes. Many product of the liquors we have converted into corrugation from rigid boxes. Prior to this lockdown, we have exported one large consignment to Spain for the rigid boxes converted into the corrugation boxes. But there are so many features we can do it. Just we have to use now, like how Chitti Babu said about this lenticular. Somewhere in 2003 or 4, we have made, with the help of UV on the normal paper, flip image. On one side you can see the brand of the pharma, and another side you can see the logo of the pharma. This we did in 2000 with the help of UV and specialized block made. So this can be done. Just a very simple thing. You need to use your idea and should have a good knowledge of the pre-press. Definitely you can do. No need to have a very big investment, and no need to go for a very big machines. That you can do when you want to commercialize your ideas into the large. There are many medicines available in the market where we do a lot of covert and overt feature. Covert features can be seen. Overt features these are hidden features. So there are, I want to say, all the printers who are small or big, doesn't matter. Just use your ideas. And how can you make it that cheap? Okay, there are a lot of costly ideas are available in the market where you can utilize. But if those same thing, if you can protect their product or their brand by giving cheaper idea, I think so that will be more survival. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nitin bhai.
Thank you,
So
sir.